Okay, so good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Finally, the moment has come for which we have been waiting for since the past few days, and Entreplexus is back by EDI Alumni Association. In this session, we are going to have our own alumnus from 17th batch who has turned his own venture into a massive success with a very new and innovative idea. And yes, there are more surprises coming your way. But before that, we have our Honorable Director General, Sir Dr. Sunil Shukla ji, to have and to give the opening remarks for this session. So the stage is all yours.
Thank you very much. We are extremely delighted with the successes that Theka has earned, and Abhishek has worked very well. We have been interacting with him, and we are more than elated with his success story, and we believe that this will inspire many other of our alumni to go for similar venture, not necessarily only in selling coffee, but anything that you do. How can you sustain, grow, expand, and not only expand within the country, but even outside? This is what entrepreneurship is, and this has been the contribution of the PG program. In fact, today we have been discussing about some of our alumni, and it is in this context we said that the contribution that our PG program has made, no other program of EDI has been able to achieve that. All those other programs that we have been conducting all over the country. So all of you, the faces that I can see, we are all proud of you immensely. And thank you for making us proud. Thank you for being proud alumnus of the institute. And for so far as Theka is concerned, I myself have tested, and एक शायद नटखट मुझे याद है, नटखट मेरे बेटे ने लाके मुझे दिया था, and it's very tasty, indeed very tasty. And I mean, several dozens of bottles are there in my home, and he has planted many plants. That is how he has used the. So you should find something about the used bottles, how that can be recycled, even for the environment that is necessary. And I believe, and all of us believe, that it is just a beginning. You have to go much beyond what you are doing currently. We shouldn't be satisfied with 100 crore. You keep on adding zeros after 100, and this is what our wish. This is our blessings. Good luck. Proud of you all of you. Thank you so much, and thanks for the Alumni Association for giving this opportunity to Abhishek to share his success story, and this momentum should continue. Dr. Satya is here. I would like Satya also to say something.
So Abhishek is really a big story from us, from EDI to Shark Tank to raising money, and then having such a brand in the pure consumer segment, because this is the, I think most of us are into B2B, but he is into hardcore B2C and getting certain things like that. So congratulate Abhishek, and let's continue this whole journey. And as Sir said, let's talk about a unicorn at some point of time. It's an EDI product being an unicorn that all of us can feel proud about. Yeah, over to let's start this.
Right. Thank you so much for the motivation and the inspiration, DG sir and Satya sir and Amit sir also. You all have seen us growing from the college days to becoming entrepreneurs, and it's your contribution that is making us shine in the world. And now it's time to address the man of the moment. Okay, so before I introduce him, I have some few lines, or let's say हिंदी की कुछ पंक्तियां हैं जो अभी एक बहुत फेमस वेब सीरीज आई थी 12th फेल, उसमें बोली गई थी, पर वो एक्चुअली हमारे 10वें प्रधानमंत्री श्री अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी ने कही थी. तो वो जो लाइन्स है, वी डेडिकेटेड टू मिस्टर अभिषेक आचार्य एंड हिज जर्नी. टूटे हुए सपनों की सुने कौन सिसकी, अंतर को चीर व्यथा पलकों पर ठिठकी, मैं हार नहीं मानूंगा, मैं रार नहीं ठानूंगा, काल के कपाल पर लिखता मिटाता हूँ, गीत नया गाता हूँ, मैं हार नहीं मानूंगा, मैं रार नहीं ठानूंगा. So ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the most awaited moment. Let's invite Mr. Abhishek Acharya, 17 batch alumnus of EDIA Ahmedabad and the co-founder of Theka Coffee. Abhishek sir, over to you. The stage is all yours.
The next week class is Gurda Batch.
Abhishek sir, we can't hear you.
Well-phrased email
which goes to the invitee, right? And you get a copy of that mail also, that you're inviting so and so person. It helps you to remind that yes, I need to follow up with that person to come in. Now, you always put in a personalized message. So if you got a card,
Right
if you got a
again.
card, the invitation card for a wedding, right? In that there's a handwritten note.
That was quite a wisdom shared by someone. Of course, that must be an alumni. So, do we have Mr. Abhishek Acharya? Mukti ma'am, could you please check if he is here?
Abhishek sir, can you
Abhishek is there.
hear us?
I see him. I think there is some.
Yeah,
I think he needs some claps.
उसका voice नहीं आ रहा है.
Abhishek, what
Yes,
is that?
Abhishek, come on.
we can't hear you, Abhishek sir.
Mukti, call him and ask to
We can
exit
request him
and
to rejoin.
rejoin.
हाँ, we can request
Rejoin
him to
करने के लिए बोलो.
rejoin.
Call करिए उनको क्योंकि
Yeah.
उनका mic connect नहीं हो रहा.
Yeah, no issues. In the meanwhile, I have some very interesting insights to share about Mr. Abhishek Acharya. You'll be surprised to know about his journey since EDI days. Okay, so before joining EDI Ahmedabad for pursuing his education, Abhishek sir was part of several startups in the food space. And after spending those 2 years at EDI Ahmedabad, he floated his own consultancy firm to help hospitality startups with strategies on financing, branding, as well as scaling. Eventually, this consultancy firm was acquired by a large firm in 2019. The story of Theka Coffee, that is the most interesting one, finds its roots in 2017. Okay, when Mr. Abhishek Acharya met Bhupinder Madan, who pitched the idea of starting a coffee startup to Mr. Abhishek. And then Mr. Abhishek Acharya joined hands with Mr. Bhupinder Madan as a co-founder of Theka Coffee and spent the first 2 years conceptualizing and laying the foundation of Theka Coffee. Even after facing mammoth challenges due to the onset of COVID, Abhishek and Bhupinder never gave up and grew Theka Coffee from a team of 2 founders to make it a startup with 1,500 people associated to it by 2024. The journey of starting from 50 square feet to a 5,000 square feet office has seen a whale of adventures. But the most notable part of this story comes now. Today, Theka Coffee sells around 5 lakh chilled coffee bottles in a month across all of India. And their ARR for FY 2023 to 24 has touched a mark of 60 crore Indian rupees. As per the latest figures, Theka Coffee commands a valuation of around 120 crore rupees. And that's quite an incredible achievement. Please put a huge round of applause for him. So if we have Mr. Abhishek Acharya now with us, I request him to please go live. The stage is all yours.
Have some coffee, Abhishek. Maybe you may connect on mobile. देख लो, mobile में try कर लो for some time.
So let me do one thing. Let me pause the recording until the guest of the moment comes. Okay, so let's have the man of the moment, the guest speaker for today's Entreplexes, Mr. Abhishek Acharya, EDI 17 batch alumnus and the co-founder of Theka Coffee. Abhishek sir, the stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, Akshay. Glad to be here. Thank you so much, EDI Alumni Association, for giving me this opportunity. Mukti ma'am, specifically, thank you so much for inviting me here. Yeah, so good to see a lot of familiar faces also. I've not seen a lot of my batchmates since graduating. It's refreshing to see all of them. First of all, thank you so much for joining. This is a huge, token of respect. All of you, got some time and wanting to interact with us. Shukla sir, thank you so much. Hello. Okay. So Shukla sir, thank you so much. You have been encouraging me for a while now. Satya sir again, I think I've been interacting with him post obviously college as well for many things. So he has been one of the main supporter of me personally, and helped us out. Bindu ma'am, I think she's not here on the call, but again, she's been a major supporter, a major cornerstone in my journey since the beginning of the times. So yeah, EDI has been very instrumental in me getting to where I am today. You know, I come from a background which is specifically, very a family of academians. My father's a counselor, he's a lawyer. My grandfather was a doctor. So again, I come from a family of academians, and nobody has ventured out in any sort of business yet. I'm actually the first generation, not just the first generation, the first ever entrepreneur in my family. So yeah, it was a bit difficult because growing up, you grow up with a very different mindset altogether. When you come from a family like that, you grow up with a very different mindset where you have to ace your studies, whatever you're doing in life, you have to be quite good at it. So that pressure is always there, and you are molded in a certain manner. Uh, where you always opt for one of those things which your parents have been doing, or your family has been doing, or what they have been telling you to do. So I had pretty much the same upbringing as well. Before EDI, I was the mindset was pretty much the same, but the 2 years at EDI has completely changed the way I used to see how businesses operate, or how you scale something. So yeah, obviously EDI had a huge role to play. Prior to this also, I had a few ventures. Prior to EDI also, I had a couple of ventures, but again, they were very small scale ventures. I didn't know how to grow any of that, how to scale any of that. But 2 years at EDI has massively helped me understand how do you scale anything, or how do you look. Your perspective should be when it comes to an enterprise or to an organization. So yeah, post EDI, I actually started an agency of my own. So I always had. So मुझे हमेशा ऐसा लगता था कि मेरी understanding consumer markets की काफी अच्छी है. Two things I was most interested in, while growing up, or when I was, during my early days, was history and human psychology. I was very interested in those two things. So that essentially tells me how things have been done so far, and how people spend, or how people consume. So these two things were, pretty important for me since the early days, and I could feel deep down that I have a good grasp of the consumer markets, and that's what I always wanted to do. So post EDI, I started an agency of my own, which was helping hospitality startups getting off the ground, starting from scratch. Anybody who wants to venture into hospitality and they need whatever assistance, be it recruitment, branding, financing, whatever assistance they might need, I would do that. At that point of time, it was a learning curve for me also. That particular 2-3 years of my journey was a major learning curve. I was pretty much doing everything, regardless of whether I know how to do that or not. If somebody came to me and said, "Ki, listen, I need to hire 100 people, 100 blue-collared staff. Will you be able to do it?" मैंने बोला हाँ करेंगे. Why not? Whether I have the backend to cater something of that sort or not, but that was a huge learning curve. Those 2-3 years for me, they were, they taught me the nitty-gritties, how, hospitality works, how consumer-facing companies are built. I worked with some really big names, Belgian Waffle being one of them, who were just growing, and a lot of my understanding of F&B comes from that. So yeah, that was that, and that's when I met my partner, my current partner, Bhupinder. So he came up with an idea of doing something with coffee. Coffee being the most popular beverage across the globe was not the case here in India, and we saw a huge gap in the market. There was, if you see, most of you, I'm sure you've had some time in Ahmedabad. So there are a couple of players, Shambhus and Denny's. They do premix coffees for 50 rupees, 60 rupees, whatever. And then you have your premium coffees, which is at 250, 300 rupees. So there was a huge gap in the market. From 50, 60 se leke 250, there was no player which was making coffee accessible. And one major issue at that point of time was that coffee was considered to be a very elitist drink. There was a lot of pretentiousness that was attached with the coffee. 95% of the Indian population, that's what I understood at that point of time, that 95% of the population of this country have never had good coffee. Reason being that they are too intimidated to even enter a cafe. मतलब अगर आप देखेंगे any of these big cafe chains, they're all flashy, shiny, usually at high streets, right? So India का जो major population है, major mass जो है, they are very intimidated in entering that particular space, thinking कि जो भी यहाँ पे बिक रहा है बहुत महंगा होगा. That is intimidation level number one, the gap number one. The second was, people are doing just the similar version of whatever is happening in West, right? Again, 95% of the population cannot understand what is written on the menu, right? India में हम लोग नहीं समझते हैं what's a macchiato, what's a latte, what's an americano. The same thing happened to me also. 13 years back, I entered a cafe and I could not even pronounce what was written on the menu, so I ended up ordering americano, which I later realized is a black coffee, and I absolutely hated it. I did not drink it again. So that is again intimidation level number 2. Then there was obviously the person who's standing behind the counter is not making your life any easier. He'll confuse you even more. So he'll ask you questions like, do you want whipped cream with it? Do you want any add-ons? Do you want any ice cream? So again, the similar instance happened with me. I went to a CCD. I just wanted a cold coffee. I asked for one. And then that was for 150 rupees, I guess. Then he asked me, do you want whipped cream? I said, sure, why not? Then he asked me, do you want some ice cream? I said, sure, why not? I ended up paying 300 rupees and I felt cheated. So again, I never went back. So that is the story, and that is what my understanding of the market was at that point of time. That why not, create something which makes, because coffee as a product is quite popular. It's the largest consumed drink or beverage across the globe. But India, that was not the case, and I saw that as a gap. And we thought that let's give it an Indian touch. Serve it in beer pints. Why not? Because it's cool. Call it Theka. Why not? There was a little sentimental thing at play as well, because we come from Ahmedabad, which being a dry state, So we're trying to, again, we were pretty young, early days. So we thought that was an absolutely cool name. Then we started the nomenclature of the brand was also done in a manner which essentially fills that gap, right? If you can't pronounce cappuccino and macchiato and a latte, but you can say palang tod, right? The most popular product today is palang tod because it's so fun to say. The mouthfeel of the product itself is so good. So people, even if I go down south, places like Hyderabad and Chennai, where people don't know the literal meaning of the word palang tod, but it's just so much fun to say. People just come to us and they say, "Bhaiya, ek palang tod do," which is great fun, which ultimately, helped us penetrating the market. That जो intimidation level था, जो gap था market का product और customer के बीच में, it helped us fill that. So yeah, that was in 2017. We started with one small cart here at Sindhu Bhavan in Ahmedabad before it became a prime real estate. We started back then. But like many young minds, we also got diverted. Year one was massively successful for us. But you see in food and beverage, if you see a smallest of success, people will usually tell you that, okay, the next logical way of expansion is to create big cafes. And that's what we also did. Prior to COVID, we were at almost... Prior to COVID, we were almost at 15 outlets. We just opened up 2 of our outlets outside of Gujarat, Pune and Jaipur. That was exactly 10 days prior to, when COVID was announced. So yeah, we had 15 outlets, big spaces. We were doing good business. Everything was hunky-dory, but that's when COVID came and everything went bust. We had to shut all the 15 outlets. The company faced massive losses. We had to sell off our cars and bounce the EMIs to keep the company alive, to keep the brand alive. Somehow we managed to do that and took it to Shark Tank. And so we always had this belief that the product is 1 in a billion, right? The product that we have on hand, I'm sure many of you have tasted it, and some of you might agree with me as well on this, but we had this belief that the product that we have on hand is absolutely $1 billion product. It's a once in a generation product. It just needs a propulsion, a marketing push rather, which can cater, which can give us the larger eyeballs, which Shark Tank apparently give. And at the time of the air, we were at one location here in Ahmedabad. We were doing business of about barely like 1.5 lakh a month. And from there, we are almost at 1,000 locations across the country with presence in 45 cities almost. And yeah, from 1.5 lakh, we are averaging, right now we are at annual run rate of 60 crores. So yeah, that's the brief journey that we've had with Theka Coffee. And yeah, any questions or anything that we have, I would want to make this interactive because ऐसे अकेले बात करते हुए तो it gets really boring. I'm audible to everyone, I hope.
Yes, sir, you are. Dr. Sharik
Yeah.
Shah, sir, please go ahead. Sir,
Hi,
Abhishek sir, before Sharik sir says he's from Scotland, he's attending from Scotland. So please.
Hey, hi, Sharik, how are you?
Hi, Abhishek. Thank you very much. That was a really insightful
Thank you.
talk. I'm really proud of the fact that we all share the same college, and I think that's really a good thing to see. About 100 people really on this call here.
Right.
Really pleased to see Dr. Shukla, Ganpati sir, and everybody else who is present here. I think congratulations, first of all,
Thank you.
for your good success.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I wish for that. I was just making notes while you were saying, and I think your market research has been quite remarkable in the sense understanding the gap between the low-priced coffee market and the high-priced coffee market.
Right.
The intimidation of customers by language, by culture, by price,
Right.
but quality of service, obviously.
Correct.
And your branding of your products, the Theka, the name, the product, the bottles in which they're carried, etc., and your communication about your Palang Tod, for example, that's really very intriguing. My question to you is, when you talked about we as a country of coffee drinkers or tea drinkers, obviously you kind of divided that into the north and the south, I suppose.
Right.
Because traditionally speaking, filter coffee has always been a very
Absolutely. It's been huge. Yeah.
typical part of drink of the southern part, particularly.
Absolutely.
And that's always been the case. I think tea has been lesser of a favorite or a popular drink there.
Absolutely.
So when you so out of those 1,000 locations in 45 cities, are you also operating in the south?
Yes, of course.
And did you face any barriers in the sense that when there's a cultural difference of coffee being accepted as a drink of popular beverage, then was that easy or similarly easy, or do you think you had faced some particular barriers in the south where you're replacing a traditional drink, which is coffee already,
Right.
with that you want to bring in?
Right.
And Theka, Palang Tod, they're all mostly Hindi words. So how do you overcome that?
Correct. So I'll break this question actually in two parts. One part being how coffee as a market is growing in the country, right? So again, if you go by just sheer numbers, I won't talk about my personal experience also. Just by sheer numbers, if you go, the coffee market has grown almost 6 times in last decade. Right. So coffee consumption in general is on the rise. If you talk about the recent D2C startups also, coffee is one of the biggest market or the sector where the capital is also flowing, which is not always the benchmark, but it gives you a sense of how the market is operating. Right. I'll just give you a couple of examples. Subco Coffee raised almost 80 crores last week at a valuation of close to about 300 crores. And they're a small company. They're still at 5 outlets with annual revenue of 11 crores. So even during a funding winter, they are able to command such valuations and such funds that will give you an understanding of how coffee market has grown. So the acceptability of coffee is not such a big challenge. That is number one. Second of all is, we are not educating our customers so much, right? I am not positioning myself as a proper coffee caffeinated beverage, right? The positioning for Theka Coffee, it's a very good, delicious beverage, right? Which happens to be coffee. Now, because that divide of tea and coffee is so huge, if we are specifically wanting to educate the customers about our product being a caffeinated beverage, then that'll be very expensive rather, right? That education comes at a very high cost. You will be surprised to know that out of the 1,000 locations, my 200 locations are in Delhi, right? Which essentially is a tea drinking territory. But our major business comes from Delhi and Chandigarh, these two territories only, right? So we are not positioning at this point of time. We are not positioning ourselves as a caffeinated beverage, rather a very delicious beverage, which happens to be coffee. That is number two. And number three, as you spoke about, that how do I compete against a traditional beverage like a filter coffee? So essentially, we are again not competing. We are not positioning ourselves against filter coffee. Now, what is happening is, people are getting used to, again, with the disposable income being increased in the country. People are getting a lot of exposure. Most of us are, traveling internationally and getting exposed to the finer things in life. Now, the difference between a filter coffee, again, with no disrespect intended, the difference between a filter coffee and what we are serving, 100% Arabica cold brewed coffee, is the same as polyester and a linen, right? You might have been wearing a polyester all your life, but once you have the capacity to buy a linen for the first time, you'll rarely go back to that polyester, right? So what we are serving right now is an upgrade, but at the same time, we are not essentially positioning ourselves directly, because we can't be, because the gap is absolutely massive, and the traditional coffee drinkers are also open to finer things, that if at all there is something which is and that's the case with everything, not just coffee. Any product that you talk about, any FMCG goods or consumer goods that you talk about, if what you have been consuming so far, if there is a better alternative available in the market, people are opting for that because of the exposure that you're getting generally in life, or the increment in the disposable income. I hope that was answered.
Absolutely, it was. And just the final one, I know there are other people who raised their hands. Any plans of expanding to the south or outside of India, particularly?
Down south, we are there in Bangalore, we're in Hyderabad, we're in Chennai. We will be opening one soon in Kochi as well. Bangalore, Manipal, so Mysore, these cities are in pipeline.
How about the Middle East and Dubai, probably?
Yes, of course. We have massive interest from Middle East and North Africa. That's actually the first market that I am personally looking at in terms of international expansion, because there are a lot of factors that play in those regions, which I think will be an advantage for us. I mean, we have a lot of interest. We have some big giants also. Americana Foods have shown interest in getting franchisees from us. So yeah, we will be venturing out there soon.
That's really good, Abhishek, and I wish you all the best and multiple times of success to you in the future.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sharik sir. Sharik sir also happens to be a professor in Scotland.
Oh, lovely. Lovely.
So next up we have Mr. Simarpal Singh Chauhan, and then we'll have Mr. Mayur Thakkar, and then Mr. Sushil Mishra, and the people who are coming. Mr. Simarpal, please go ahead.
Hello, good evening. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah. So I have two questions. One is for regarding the price. How did you decide कि मेरा coffee का range कितने से इतना होना चाहिए? And next is awareness. You have started a new product, people don't know. And how did you convey or aware them that buy our product or try it? वो आपने कैसे किया?
Sir, pricing का तो देखिए जब start हुआ था, then at that point of time we were selling it for 80 rupees. So market में जो premix coffee का जो market था, that was at 60 rupees, right? The Nescafe premix market. And जो मैंने बताया जैसे कि the next best thing, which was good coffee, was for 250-300 rupees. I wanted to be somewhere in between, but on the lower side, because the ideology at that point of time was to make good coffee available and accessible to everyone. I am focusing on the 95% of the population. India में 1.5 billion है, मैं focus कर रहा हूँ 1.4 billion is my target audience. So to generate interest from there, I obviously have to be on the lower side of things. So we were priced at 80 rupees. Right now we are hovering somewhere around 125. That's our average order value. So simple जो pricing जो मैंने आपको बताया, that was one of the reasons. And second, obviously you have to work around your food costs. Thumb rule is that usually the food cost should be 33% of your MRP. So yeah, that was another reason pricing in that manner. Second of all, जो awareness की आप बात कर रहे हैं, so again, we are very good at, there are two things which we believe are very good at. One is coffee, obviously, and second is marketing ourselves. We are very loud. We create the noise whenever we are launching in any of the cities. We are very good with our performance marketing. We're very good with our influencer marketing. I mean, these things are pretty standard these days. You know, any new enterprise or any new D2C भी नहीं बोलूँगा, कोई भी, any new startup rather are making the most of the internet boom that is in the country, right? Post 2016 with post Geo, liberalizing the whole internet sector, that has helped us massively. So we have always used because our target audience is majorly on those platforms, right? They are online, so we focus on those lines. Any new area and any new territory that when we open up, we spend heavily on marketing, specifically on Google and Meta platforms and performance marketing, influencer marketing. Those things we spend quite heavily on. So yeah, that's that. We don't do offline marketing. So what city are you from, Simrapal? Where are you from?
Amritsar.
Amritsar. So aapne Amritsar mein, I'm sure Ranjit Avenue and other parts you tried it.
I've seen that Theka, one small carriage. I've seen that.
Yeah. So we have multiple carts also, Golden Temple, Wagah border, everywhere. So yeah, that's how. So जो physical मेरा presence है, that is my offline marketing. Majorly we are focusing on online marketing only, and we know how to create a buzz. I mean, it's pretty standard.
Sir, I hope that answers the question of Simarpal. Actually, one of our alumni has raised a question, but because she also runs a cafe in Kolkata,
Right.
so she has to ask urgently because she'll have to leave to attend the customers. So I'm sorry to interrupt. Please, can we have Ms. Palak Chokhani?
Yes.
Hi, Abhishek. So I have two questions for you. One is how initially did you manage to stock and create the demand for it? Because of course your coffee has this shelf life. So how did you manage that? And two, was it a challenge to educate these people who were taking the carts around? Because ultimately your product was a mass product. So people wouldn't understand what is Arabica and what is what. So
Right.
how did you manage with this?
Right. Okay. Question number one was the demand. How do we cater that, and how do we project the supply with the shelf life?
How did you manage the stock? Fine. Yeah.
With the shelf life. Again, we have developed a product actually which has the maximum shelf life when it comes to fresh product. We don't add any chemicals, any preservatives, anything of that sort. But because of the cold brewing method that we use, we have managed to generate a shelf life of 72 hours for our product. Right. Usually with coffee, it's usually 6 to 8 hours, and coffee starts oxidizing. For us, it's 72 hours without any addition of chemicals or preservatives. So the biggest thing I think for us is the hub and spoke model, right? You've seen our carts. You're from Kolkata, right? So you've seen us in Salt Lake and Ballygunge and Southern Avenue and all of
Yeah.
it. You've
In
seen
fact,
all
right
the.
outside my cafe too.
Okay, lovely. I hope we're not affecting your business. Yeah. So, anyways, we have all these carts in the form of the spoke, and then we have a hub, which is let's say a 700, 800 square feet of backend space. That's where all the production is done, right? Everything, whatever you're consuming, was made fresh that day. So this hub is producing these bottles, and spokes are selling. So what we practice generally when we are entering a new city altogether is first 15 days we are understocked. मतलब मेरा एक इंडिया का स्टैंडर्ड है that each cart sells about 50 bottles per day. So let's say if I'm launching Salt Lake area. So Salt Lake में enter करने से पहले what we'll do is first 15 days we'll give a stock of only 25 bottles or 30 bottles per day per cart and see how quickly it's getting stocked out. Let's say I'm stocked out at 7 p.m. in the evening. That means I'll give 15% extra, whatever the today's order, मैं 15% extra stock दूंगा अगले दिन and see how quickly that is getting stocked out. Within first 15 days, you'll get a hang of what your daily consumption is. Now we produce enough bottle which can be consumed within the same day, and that's where the shelf life comes in handy. That let's say from 10 carts your consumption is 1,000 bottles, but someday you've only managed to sell only 700. Now your next day's order will always be adjusted, and the remaining 300 will be sold in next 2 days. So that's hub and spoke is where again bakery business has been using this for ages, but nobody is doing this for beverage. So we were the first ones to do that. So that ultimately helps us cater to the demand and know how much to supply. That was question number one. The question number two was, I'm sorry, I forgot.
So yeah, was it a challenge to educate these people who were taking around the carts
Yeah.
for you and
So that is
educate
the
end
biggest
consumer?
challenge actually. That's one challenge which we are still trying to cater. We have some of the best trainers. Like I've hired trainers from Indigo, from ITC, from Taj Group. We have some of the best trainers in the country who are constantly on the job. So we are trying to give that education because card-based business is very difficult, right? To educate the people who are on ground, and the most important thing is that they are your point of contact to the customers. So we are consistently trying to bring those training modules. We are updating these training modules every month, in fact. So right now we have 1,000 cards. Every month we'll start training these 1,000 people. By the time the 1,000th person is done, we'll restart training for the next month. So we're making a conscious effort in that. But again, like I said, the majority of the communication or the education is going through the brand and not from these people. So that actually helps. If you see my bottle, you'll the labels and everything has that communication going on, that what you're consuming, where was it sourced from, what's the process that goes on. So I think that helps with the education. But yeah, we are trying to bring that change with the staffing as well. Yes,
I think I have one more question. Akshay, can I go ahead and ask him one more question?
It's all on Abhishek, sir.
Yeah, absolutely, no problem.
So yeah, wasn't it like a mismatch initially when you said specialty coffee with the word Theka, and being a mass product, specialty coffee and Theka?
Why do you think that? Why would you think that?
Like, I think people's perception is that, okay, specialty coffee, I have to go to a cafe and get it from like a
That's what we're
single
trying to
stage.
change. See, that's what we're trying to change. When you're intimidating customers so much, specialty coffee, nobody understands kya hota hai specialty coffee. Just call it a good coffee. It's a good coffee. It's a
Right.
tasty beverage. Don't confuse. India doesn't care whether it's specialty or Arabica. I mean, trust me, masses, Indian consumer does not care. I'm talking about 95% of them, right? I'm
Right.
not playing to the 5%, the niche. So they don't care what they're having, what they're consuming, or where that comes from. We are still trying to educate them. Obviously, that change is going to come later on. But today, India is a very price conscious market. It's a price sensitive. They want value. If they're paying you 100 rupees, they want an absolute value. मतलब वो बॉटल जो ग्लास की बॉटल घर ले जाने देते हैं हम लोग, वो ही उनके लिए वैल्यू है at this point of time. 95% population, again, I want to make it absolutely clear that we are talking about the masses here. If you're allowing them to take that bottle home, that pretty looking bottle home, they've got their value. 100 rupees ka worth mil gaya unko. Right. So we, instead of confusing them, slowly educate them. That's the approach that I have.
And that's not a question, but yeah, any insights which you want to share with us about your understanding of the F&B industry?
Low capex, low opex, that's the name of the game. I mean, if you can somehow make a low capex, low opex model and scale it quickly in terms of multiples and not in terms of size, that's how I think I would do anything at this point of time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Palakdi. Now let's move to Mr. Mayur Thakkar. Mayur sir, please go ahead.
Yeah, I first drank Theka coffee outside the IIM in the evening, and
right, sir.
First time I drank because it is an EDI alumni product. But after that, I become a fan of it. My question is that milk is also an important part of your product.
Yes,
so
it is.
For milk, what kind of work you are doing on milk, or are you sourcing some specialty milk or like that, or?
It is, sir. Actually, we have, it's a UHD milk that we have developed ourselves. Actually, it's a product that we have developed for ourselves, and there's a central production. So that is being distributed entirely. Yeah.
Second thing, which is the age group which gives you maximum revenue?
So it's coming from 25 to 40 actually. So the new corporate employees, people who have just managed to generate some disposable income, and up to 40, that's the major age group that we are targeting, and that's the major revenue generator for us.
And one more question. I assume that your product is a afternoon to evening product. Are you doing anything so that people can consume Theka coffee in the morning or the first half of the day?
Actually, so what I've seen in last 2 years is that it's a very territorial thing. So every city has a habit of consuming coffee at certain hours. Just say Ahmedabad, you will see people consuming coffee at 2 a.m. In the night, right? Whereas in Bombay, if you go, so we have a location in Bandra, Carter Road, that starts at 6:30. If we are, there's a place in Bangalore with Brookfield, we start there pretty early by 7:30. So it's a very
In the
territorial
morning?
thing. Yes.
Okay.
So it's a very territorial thing. Certain city have a different, consumption pattern. So we are trying to, change that. But again, पूरे देश में consumption pattern change करना is going to be a task altogether. Slowly and gradually that will happen. And that's actually ultimate goal for us. We are coming up with a few products which will be morning friendly, which will be, subscription friendly. So yeah, that's going to happen.
And one last thing, would love to see Theka Coffee outlet at EDI.
At EDI, yes. I think we did cater a couple of events recently, but yeah, let's see.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Mayur sir. I
Thank
just
you.
have to add that since I'm from Indore, the last time I had Theka coffee was at Sarafa Food Street. You must be knowing, and
Right.
that was also again at 1 a.m. with my dad and with my EDI colleagues who came to Indore.
I'm sure you struggled to sleep that night.
No, that was a good coffee. It was good. So let's move on to the next question. Mr. Sushil Mishra from 10th batch. So please go ahead.
Namaskar, Abhishek ji.
Namaskar, sir.
Yeah. Congrats to you for your great success.
Thank you.
And I wish you'll do the more success in your life. My question is not that much on business side because I'm not businessman.
Okay.
I just wanted to understand the psychological part of your business.
Okay.
Like I think you yourself mentioned initially. See, this is the very human psychology. I'm very 100% teetotaler. I don't take any sort of tea, coffee, any sort of things.
Right.
But I remember in my childhood, जब हम किसी शादी ब्याह में जाते थे, तो बहुत ज्यादा भीड़ रहती थी. वो जो कॉफी वाला
काउंटर
लगा रहता था, मशीन ना.
Yes, sir.
तो जो नहीं भी पीता था, उसको जरूर पीना चाहता था.
Correct.
But this I'm talking about northern part of the country.
Back in the day, yeah.
I'm a very much, it means, I'm a frequent traveler. Since last 1 week, I was traveling in south of the country. And my wife is very, it means good lover of tea.
Right.
और अब उसको चाय जो है वो साउथ की ही ज्यादा अच्छी लगती है.
Okay.
No, earlier it means if I have to talk about last 15 years, so 15 साल पहले उतनी चाय की व्यवस्था साउथ में नहीं थी.
Right.
Now
Correct.
you can get every stall where they used to give filter coffee. I think it means maybe this is because I didn't did any sort of research, but in a general, it means in general, observation, what I can assume that चाय और कॉफी की जो संख्या दिन में बिकती होगी वो ऑलमोस्ट बराबर होगी. But the way you told and which we also knows कि नॉर्थ में एक वो क्योंकि यहाँ की कॉफी नहीं थी, यहाँ पे चाय ज्यादा पी जाती थी, तो अभी भी वो साइकी में बैठा हुआ है.
Right.
Coffee is something little bit elite.
Right.
And it means so that was the thing you were thinking कि अच्छा यहाँ पे अगर हम ज्यादा अच्छे तरीके से इसको शोकेस कर पाएंगे तो हमको यहाँ पे ज्यादा सक्सेस मिल पाएगा. और चूंकि हम यहाँ पे सक्सेस अच्छे ढंग से पा जाएंगे, then we can move to the southern part or
the friendly market. Yes.
So इस तरीके का कोई आपका विचार था?
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. मतलब coffee, again, my idea was to make it accessible to people. Right. Accessible करना है, available बनाना है, और affordable to an extent. How much we can afford essentially. So that was the whole idea. We rarely saw this as a north-south divide or कि territorially कहाँ पे क्या ज़्यादा consume होता है. As I said, I have never positioned it in a manner that it's a great caffeinated product or it's a great coffee. I've always positioned it as a great beverage, which happens to be coffee, right? And that's how the customer also perceives it. मतलब the whole branding was also done in a manner that it's friendly for entirety of the country, right? When you see those beer pints, and when you see that it's a coffee inside of it, you know, you usually even teetotaler like yourself would be happy कि चलो ठीक है, it's coffee inside of it, which is a good beverage, right? Once you have a sip of it, you feel happy. So it's just that. So coffee right now, as I said, the market is absolutely growing. You know, people are getting used to of the good things of life, and so yeah, that's majority of it. But as you said, it's always been projected as a elitist, as a pretentious product, which slowly and gradually we are trying to eliminate. We're trying to be as accessible and affordable and available to the customers, and that's why the card business also. Obviously, the capex and opex is a huge part, but when we are into a card business, you see, people don't want to travel distances these days. If Zomato comes up with a product where he's asking us to pay 500 rupees and they'll deliver at our bedside, all of us will subscribe to that also. That's how much we've gotten used to of convenience. We don't want to travel long distances. Cards allow me to give that convenience to the people, right? I'm there, I'm right there. आप इतनी बार देख लेते हो. A very good story I would like to tell. One of the biggest consumer funds in the country have recently given us a term sheet, actually. I can't name them for obvious reasons, but the way they reached out to us was very interesting. One of their analysts was in Delhi, and he saw one of the Theka cards at a circle in Rohini. Then he saw another Theka card at next circle, and then he saw another Theka card at third circle. Then he got intrigued. Okay, what is this happening? He got my number. He called us, and now we're raising funds from them. So that's the approach that we have. We want to be accessible, available, and we just want to be everywhere. That's all. Ultimately, customer convert ho hi jata hai.
Okay, now the second part, this was non-business question. It was little bit research-based sort of thing. कि आपने हो सकता है उस तरीके की theory अपनाई हो. Now, as you told, this is everyone is able to see that you are focusing on visibility part,
right?
And which is very good also.
Right.
If you have the product which is very good, so definitely, if you don't have that sort of strategy that people can visualize that, then there is no it means there is no such sort of thinking that how you can go ahead. So now the second thing is, one, the cart you are doing, cart sort of thing. Now, do you have any sort of thing in your mind that in further, suppose that after 1 year or 2 year or 3 year, it means you are planning to open cafes like एक elite type का इसको look देना, so that people can go and chill out and do some sort of like several meetings we have done in Ahmedabad, in it means EDI meetings, in Cafe Coffee Day and all these places. So ऐसा भी कुछ विचार है near future?
No, sir. No, sir.
Abhishek sir, can we hold on for just a second, because Ganpati sir has made a special request to appear. He wants to greet you, and then he will be leaving for some.
Yeah, no issues.
Ganpati sir, if you are
sorry,
here,
Sushil ji. Abhishek ji.
No problem, sir. Go ahead.
Abhishek ji, very, very nice to hear your success story.
Thank you so much, sir.
And I wish all the best for future your entrepreneurial journey. I wish you should enter into the unicorns.
Right. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Abhishek ji, one thing I will tell you.
Yeah.
My daughter is a regular user of your Theka Coffee and near 4D Square Mall.
Right, sir.
Every day night we go.
Right.
And lot of bottles are there. As Dr. Shukla told, actually, a lot of money plants we also put in the home. Okay. And I wish all the success for your entrepreneurial journey. And I wish all other alumni of PDI also should become one more, another Abhishek and more Abhisheks Acharyas.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
And this is my expectation and my blessings are also there. But one complaint, Abhishek ji, aapke upar.
Sorry, sir. जी बताइए. पहले
I'm
माफी.
diabetic for the last 15 years. My daughter forced me to take your Theka Coffee.
Sir, we have a few products actually, but again, it's like I said, I'm creating a brand for masses, and that market is absolutely small. To create a product.
Small, but diabetes are also growing.
I'll send
the portion you should focus, because every day I go with my daughter and they take coffee. She forced me to take.
Of course. No, we have a couple of products ready.
Acha.
with sugar-free, jaggery, and all those products. With
Yes,
some,
yes,
in
yes, yes.
fact, dairy-free, gluten-free, all those products we have with R&D, everything is done. But again, to launch that and get takers for that is actually a very small chunk. But yes,
Very, very
absolutely.
small. That I know. But at least
Yes, of course.
this is my request actually, not complaint actually. This is
No, no,
request. Okay, all the best. God bless you, Abhishek Acharya ji, and all the best to all alumni. And I wish everyone should become Abhishek More and Abhishek Acharya and all other successful entrepreneurs from EDI. Thank you. I have some emergency. That's why I'm leaving. Huh? Thank you.
Thank you so much,
For Akshay for giving an opportunity.
Yes, thank you so
Yeah,
much.
Abhishek, just one thing. In your major markets, at least you can have a sugar-free option.
Yes, absolutely. We'll take this feedback. Yes.
I just have one small request to all alumni as we are running out of time. So please make your question to the point. So it will be easy, Thank you.
Yeah, to answer your questions, Sushil sir, the main thing we focus is on profit per square feet. That's the again most important matrix for us. How much square feet we are occupying. उसके against में कितना profit हम बना रहे हैं. That's the most important thing. So we'll never do these big outlets or lounges where the turnaround of the table does not make sense for us. And yeah, जो चल रहा है अभी अच्छा ही चल रहा है. Why fix something that's not broken?
नहीं बहुत अच्छा है। और उसके अलावा आप वो नहीं भी करेंगे तो आपकी जो ये बॉटल्स है ना उसमें इतने ज्यादा मनी प्लांट उगाए जा रहे हैं कि आपके पास मनी ऑलरेडी पहुंच जाएगा।
Thank you so much, sir. We are doing some small spaces in high value locations. So we are available at Amazon head office in India, जो Bangalore में है. We are there at their cafeteria. We are at Embassy Golf Links. We were there at Ahmedabad airport also. So we're doing small kiosks like that, but nothing big outlets. No.
No, good. Very good. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sushil sir. Next up, we have Mr. Jay Bothra, again from 18th batch, your junior, and from Kolkata.
Right. Hey, hi Jay, how are you?
Jay bhai, please unmute. We wait for 4 or 5 seconds, or else we'll move ahead. Then, okay, no issues. We'll ask him to come back again. Next up, we have Mr. Bhaumik, if he's here with us. Mr. Bhaumik Shah from 8th batch. Okay, no issues. Next up, we have Mr. Anurup Mathur. Anurup, please go ahead with the question.
Hi, sir. First of all, many congratulations, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, sir. My question is sir, when you started your business, as you said, which in the by 10 days prior to your COVID, when you started your business, what is your biggest challenge in this industry? Because you have we have a lot of competitors in this coffee market, you have CCD, Coffee Culture, and many more companies are there. So how you what are the gap you found over here? Which brought you to a great turnover company over here?
I think I've covered major chunks here. First of all, I don't believe CCD or any of them to be our competitor, because like I said, we are playing in an absolutely different market. We are making coffee accessible, available, affordable. We're much cheaper. Whatever product that I won't even name CCD. To be quite honest, I might sound very rude and arrogant at this point of time, but I don't like to be mentioned in the same name as CCD or Starbucks, because the product that I'm selling is absolutely the most premium that is available in the country. We use the best quality of the coffee beans that is available, and we're serving the same product at 1/3 of the price, right? The product at, if you know brands like Sapco or Blue Tokai, they're more or less on the same lines. But they're selling these products at 375-400 rupees, and we're selling at 1/3 of the pricing, right? So that is one. And second of all, like I said, I'm making the product more friendly to the consumers. I'm making it more affordable, accessible to people. So first of all, that competition part does not play. I'm available right where you are. मतलब अगर आप अपने घर से निकलते हो, CC, where are you from?
I'm from Silvassa.
You're from Silvassa. Okay, we're not there yet, but any other city, any bigger city, if you talk about, before you leave your home and by the time you reach your first CCD or your first Starbucks, you'll encounter at least 3 Teka cards, right? So that ultimately influences your buying decision, and you can't afford to pay 400 rupees every day for a coffee, whereas 100 makes more sense. So first of all, that competition is not there, and second question was something else.
Yeah, a second thing, when you started your business, what was the biggest challenge in this industry? Because as you also said, coffee market is it's a huge market.
There is no challenge as such. A huge market is good for you. I mean, there is 1.5 billion of us. Even if you've captured 5% of it, it's a huge chunk, brother. I mean, you should be happy if you've captured 5% of any market at this point of time. So having a bigger market or bigger competition rather, I say, is beneficial for a brand. मतलब अगर आपके सेक्टर में बहुत कंपटीशन है, मतलब टेकर्स भी हैं उतने, राइट, उतने कस्टमर्स भी हैं, तभी कंपटीशन है. So that's always a good thing. I mean, we don't see it as a challenge or a problem that there are a lot of players in coffee. Other than that, if you talk about challenges, again, there hasn't been any such challenges which I have tackled. I've spoken about one, which is the education of the employees, the cart pullers, basically. That is one challenge I would probably say. But uske alawa, there hasn't been many. Obviously, the COVID and everything, wo sari backstory hai. But right now, if I talk about, there's not been.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for answering this question. Thank you, Anurup. Next up, we have a current batch student from EDIA, Sibi Jaibal, who is again from Trichy. Sibi, please go ahead.
Sir, good evening, sir. First of
Good
all,
evening.
congratulations for your 120 crores valuation.
Thank you.
I'm Sibi from Karur, Tamil Nadu.
Hi,
So my question is, how do you hire people? What system do you have in hiring people, and how do you try to maintain culture? How do we give lot of help to them? We give them lot of help and lowering hands in their bad situation. Still, their productivity is not such high. They tend to go back things. And how do you set your systems in your workplaces? These are the
Okay.
things.
Uh,
And
hiring, if
initial
you
days, you would have felt you would have a financial crisis, and those times the paying is a lot of toughness. So please tell me about those things.
I mean, okay, hiring. If you talk about my corporate hiring, so you see, we work a lot. I personally I work pretty much every day, at least 13, 14 hours a day. Some of you may call, some might call it a bit extreme or bit toxic or whatever. But this is how we work, and this is what we do. Even if you see my office right now, it's almost 7:30. It's time for a lot of at a lot of workplaces, people start moving on. I'll just quickly give you a glimpse of what's happening at my office. So, if you guys can see,
Out from ADI, had you
yeah. So that's what's happening at my office. I don't know if you got a glimpse of that or not, but usually we work pretty late, and we make sure that we communicate the same with whoever we are hiring. That we are absolutely obsessed with making this work. Whatever brand that we build, whatever product that we're building, whatever company that we're building, we are obsessed with making it a $1 billion thing, and we will make it happen. We want you to be a part of it if we like it. Obviously, there are the usual ways is having an understanding of what skill set they have and what do they bring on the table. So yeah, it's pretty easy, but we are very honest with our communication that this is what we are expecting, and if you can deliver that, that's the only way we can work together. In fact, I personally am invested in 2 more startups which actually came out from my office. People after working with us for 1.5 years, they started their own ventures, and I was the first investor in both the startups. So I encourage that also. If somebody who comes in with a product in mind कि मुझे ये करना है आगे जाके, we happily back them as well. So the work culture is that, I mean, you just come here, you work. There is no work-life balance for us. We don't, at least me and my team don't believe in that. We don't do that, honestly. It might be a very controversial statement altogether, but it's not. I mean, right now, that's the time that we have. That's the phase that we are in, and we don't think on those lines. So yeah, if you talk about culture and all those things, this is what I do. I mean, there's no one standard answer, and there's no one right answer for anyone, but that's what we've been doing. And if you talk about financial constraint initially, I mean, again, that's standard not just for me, anybody. All of us sitting here, I'm sure if you ask this question to anybody, they'll answer in the similar manner. When you have those constraints, you have to sail through them. कुछ नहीं करना है, मतलब आपको सीधी बात करनी है, एक्सपेंस काटने और रेवेन्यू बढ़ाना है, तो चीजें सॉल्व हो जाएंगी. इट्स एक्चुअली नॉट वेरी डिफिकल्ट. या
Thank you, sir.
Okay,
Thanks.
thank you, sir.
Thank you, thank you, Sumit.
Thank you. Next up, we have Nikita Dattani, Yashasvi, and Jay Bothra. Sir, Jay Bothra, bhai, if you would like to, yeah, please go ahead. You have rejoined.
Hello.
Hi.
Many congratulations, Abhishek भैया.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you. कैसे हैं आप?
बस बढ़िया. मेरा क्वेश्चन तो पलक के क्वेश्चन से सेम था. But I just want to add one thing. I have visited many Theka card pullers in Calcutta. All of them are very polite and their behavior is truly grateful.
Wow.
I have a small request. Please, थोड़ा कार्ड बढ़ाओ in South Calcutta. थोड़ा बहुत ट्रैवलिंग करना पड़ता है उसके लिए.
अच्छा, सॉरी. नहीं, वी आर लॉन्चिंग अभी साउथ में, तो आई थिंक वी लॉन्चिंग अनदर 10. नॉर्थ साइड पे न्यू टाउन, अलीपुर और ये सारी जगहों.
Visited in North. I have visited every card. To you frankly saying, for South में I need few more cards.
Yeah, I'll make sure we are there.
And all the coffees are of very good taste. That is one thing. And I have one question. Are you looking for some franchisee model?
Yeah, we are expanding through franchisee model only. Out of the 1,000 locations, 60 belongs to us, which is in Ahmedabad. The rest of the we have franchised out.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Jay bhai. You happen to be my senior, and then you happen to be a junior of Abhishek bhai.
We played in same
team.
We played same game. Me and Abhishek.
Acha, okay. Football. EPL. Right. I have seen you.
Right, we played in the same team. Yeah. Of course.
EPL. Perfect. Yeah. So, Abhishek sir, I have a question to ask. That we have 3 or 4 alumni who want to ask question. Do we have time to do so?
Yeah, I have 10 minutes. My next meeting starts at 8, so let's take that.
Okay, so let's make it quick. Nikita Dattani, Yashasvi, Sharik sir, and Akshat Sharma last. Okay, Nikita, please go ahead.
Hi. I just wanted to ask about the distribution thing. Your distribution channel is the most intriguing thing for me, and how did you come up with that? But then, more than that, why did you not choose the traditional one, as in Coke, Pepsi, anyhow? You could have gone to stores as well. Why not choose that? And more than that, this thing that you've chosen, that is something management-wise. How do you handle it?
Okay.
मैं छुट्टी पे ही देख रहा हूँ, तो अभी ये ओपन कर रहा हूँ सिर्फ.
Chintan bhai, please keep yourself mute.
Yeah. So actually, first thing is why we've not gone the traditional route of any other beverage brand is first of all is again it's about how the consumer behaves, right? In India, we are not used to of drinking milk from shelf, right? I can do that. For me to increase the shelf life of this product to 15 days or 30 days is actually an easy task, but in India, आप कॉफी पीने के लिए कभी भी शेल्फ पे नहीं जाते हो, कोई सुपरमार्केट में नहीं जाते हो, राइट? Not just coffee, milk. We are used to, we are grown up in a manner where we are used to of drinking fresh milk, fresh coffee, fresh tea, right? That has been the consumption pattern of this country so far. So that it was actually a very illogical decision on my part to go on shelf. We will never go on shelf with this current product. Obviously, we are creating a distribution channel. Ultimately, the idea is that's how we are going to be, a $1 billion company is using this distribution channel to push other products. We have other products in line which will be ultimately going on the shelf, but this particular product, anything with milk is not going to be on shelves. So I think that answers your question number 1. The second question was?
How does the management of the whole distribution thing that you've come up with works?
So again, it's quite easy. Like I said, it's a hub and spoke model. We have 24 hubs across the country, which are our production units, and 1,000 spokes. Majority of our vendors, so we have our own coffee estate farms in down south, and we have our own roasters in Chikmagalur. So anything is that is roasted over there is then shipped to all these 24 locations. Similarly, we have production for milk that is shipped again all these locations, and the bottles, labels, everything, it's built to ship to all the locations. It's ultimately so it's pretty decent. We don't hold a lot of inventory at any given point of time. So yeah.
So they just have to mix and fill and serve.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you, Nikita. Next up is Yashasvi. Yashasvi, please keep your question precise and go ahead, please.
Hi. First of all, congratulations. I just had a small question of like, how do you foster innovation and creativity within the company? And also, what do you think technology plays a role, and how is the brand adapting to the technological advancements?
Yeah. So innovation and creativity, when it comes to the creativity, can be any sorts, right? But we are very open to that. We in fact try to innovate ourselves, pretty much every day. We try to evolve. Initially, the franchisee model, when we started out, was a very different one to what we have today. Initially, in fact, the product, when we started, it has evolved quite a lot since day one. So what I believe is, my belief is that let's not go so much into analysis. We just push a product in the market, and the market gives us that response. If it's welcomed by market, then great. If it's not, then we understand कि क्या changes लाने हैं उसके अंदर. So that's the way we innovate and evolve. That is number one. And the second was again
About the technological
technology.
advancements.
Yes. Technology. So we are working very heavily on tech side of things. Card-based business has been very unorganized throughout its journey or throughout its history. We're trying to bring some technology. We have developed an in-house CRP actually. This will be rolled out across the country right now. We've invested heavily into that. So basically what we're doing is, it's going to be a POS device software and an ERP, which will be integrated with a lot of IoTs as well, which gives you any franchisee owner, or me for that matter, I don't have to be available on the card to see what it's doing and how it's doing. If I want to control the temperature of the fridge on that particular card, we'll be able to do it from here. If I want to check, whether the branding is correct on the card, we'll be able to do it right from here. Everything. So basically, the sales and the inventory and the projections, वहाँ से लेके till the maintenance of the card, the licensing of the card. Everything actually we are getting it on the tech side. We have developed something of ourselves, which will be rolled out recently. So again, tech is the only way you can scale to certain heights. So we understand that, and we are investing quite heavily into it.
Oh, thanks for this. It is amazing to know that how technology is playing role in this, and
It's gonna be
how
very
it's
crucial.
yeah, and also how it's the brand is not stopped at cards and how they're taking it further. Amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Yashasvi. Then next up we have Akshat. Akshat, please ask, and then Aarti.
गुड इवनिंग सर, और कंग्रेचुलेशंस आपके वेंचर के लिए. सर मेरे दो क्वेश्चंस हैं. पहला क्वेश्चन तो ये है कि अपने अपने ब्रांड की कैसे पर्सनैलिटी बनाई. पहला कि आपने अपने ब्रांड का मैस्कॉट बनाया या फिर एक अलग ही पर्सनैलिटी पहचान दी. और दूसरा एक टेक्निकल क्वेश्चन है, जैसे आपकी फ्रेंचाइज किसी ने ली तो कार्ट वाला सिस्टम है, ठीक है. ये जो कार्ट होते हैं ये सड़कों पे लगते हैं. अब ये जो सड़कों पे लगाने का राइट होता है और इसमें जो स्ट्रगल होता है, ये इसको कैसे हैंडल करते हैं, क्योंकि ये म्युनिसिपैलिटी का काम होता है कि कार्ट कहाँ लगेगा नहीं लगेगा. अब इसको कैसे देखते हो आप, ये मुझे बताओ सर.
So pehle, so if you go by the legal side of things, the law says that as long as it's a cycle cart, which is not stationed anywhere, and you're not occupying a space that belongs to the local municipal body, you're allowed to do that. That's what the law says. So we have a cycle cart, and usually it's not always mobile. It is sometimes stationary also. But like most things in the country, off record, you have to do the local licensing yourself. फिर उसमें आपकी कार्ट है या फिर आपने 2 crore का शोरूम बनाया है, you have to do that local licensing yourself, and that usually is the scope of the franchisee.
ओके, तो उसकी तो डेली फिर उसकी वो स्लिप कटती है सर, वो जो खड़ी होती है ना, वही वाला सिस्टम.
Like I said, हर शहर में अलग अलग है वो. आप लोकल बॉडी का अलग रूल रहता है. There is no one set standard rule for this.
बाकी आपके ब्रांड का ये मैस्कॉट है या क्या है सर, ये जो
That's
ठेका?
Gabru. I don't know if you've been following our social media or not. That's Gabru. Yes, he's our
Yes, mascot marketing. Yes.
yeah.
Thank you,
Great.
Akshat.
Thank you, sir.
Next up, we have Aarti Kabra, and before we go to Aarti Kabra, I just want to merge one question with Aarti. Sir, Abhishek sir, one of my friend from Malaysia, she was here in the chat section. She has asked, when are you coming to Malaysia? Okay, so you can
When are
answer.
we coming to Malaysia? Malaysia actually, so Southeast Asia is actually a very, very good market. There has been, so actually the first unicorn coming out in coffee industry is from, I think, Indonesia, Kopi Ganningen. So Southeast Asia is absolutely a massive market. Some of the best things are happening in Southeast Asia, but it's absolutely cluttered. Matlab, it's going to take some effort to, venture into there. So yeah, fingers crossed. I mean, something will happen very soon. But internationally, my first focus is Middle East, North Africa.
Right. Thank you so much, sir. Next up, we have Aarti Kabra. Aarti, are you here? If you can please ask.
Yes, I am there.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. Congratulations for your achievement. And the question which I want to ask is, currently I am a student of EDI and I will be passing out soon. So currently I am developing my product for my startup. So while developing the product and going to the market, what problems you faced and how did you use your knowledge from EDI as well, and apart from that, to move ahead and planning and then execution?
Okay. So I'm gonna, Aarti, I'm gonna give you an answer which might not be very popular, but my strategy is always is to not analyze so much, right? There was this one quote that I read, and I think it resonates with me so much. Is that it's amateurs strategize, professionals believe in logistics. So logistics का मतलब वही है कि you just execute, you get things rolling. If you analyze so much, again, like I said, India is a vast country. You will never have a consensus. अगर आप market research भी करने जाओगे, आपको कभी एक correct answer नहीं मिलेगा, right? So instead of analyzing so much, instead of strategizing so much, develop your product. What you believe as a founder, you have that belief that okay, I can see this gap. Whether everyone else can see or not. अगर हर किसी को दिखता है और वो आपको market research में बताएंगे, तो फिर वही लोग कर लेते हैं, right? They can't do it because they don't see that. You're the only one who can see that gap. You can see that demand. And if you believe that the product is filling that gap or fulfilling that demand, then just go for it. Market will tell you automatically. It will come at a certain cost, but that will be worth it. Right. So just push the product in the market, start small, and you will absolutely understand. And once you're starting small, the market tells you market gives you their input, then scale quickly. That's really more crucial.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Aarti. Just one last question from Pranay Roy sir. And Sharik sir, I'll share the email ID of Abhishek sir with you. You can ask.
I'll put down my number here somewhere.
Yeah, please.
How do we do that?
Yeah. In the chat section. Yes, Pranay sir, please go ahead. Last question.
Yeah. First of all, अभिषेक भाई आपको बहुत बहुत congratulations. आपने जो वर्क किया है सचमुच में अद्भुत है, क्योंकि मैं बिलासपुर से प्रणय रॉय और मैं 9th बैच NEC हमारा था, और आपकी दो बातें मेरे को बहुत अच्छी लगी कि आपने अपनी कार बेची आपके सपने को साकार करने के लिए, और आप फर्स्ट जनरेशन एंटरप्रेन्योर हैं। मैं भी फर्स्ट जनरेशन एंटरप्रेन्योर था और न्यू एंटरप्राइज क्रिएशन एज ए इंजीनियर समझ में नहीं आ रहा था, लेकिन EDI आने के बाद जो दिमाग खुला, और आपने एक अभी बात बोली ना, DD त्रिवेदी सर थे हमारे, उन्होंने बात बोली थी हमको 2007 में कि स्टार्ट स्मॉल एंड ग्रो फास्ट। तो मैं वही जानना चाह रहा हूँ कि आपकी जो थिंकिंग है कि इंडिया इतनी बड़ी कंट्री है, अभी आप सारे डेटा बता रहे थे हम लोगों को कि बेंगलोर का हो चाहे कोलकाता का हो, कि कितने आसानी से आप बता रहे थे डेटा पूरे कंट्री के, तो कैसे मैनेज कर रहे हो आप इतना बेहतरीन? क्योंकि हमको लगता है यार एक स्टेट से, एक सिटी से दूसरे सिटी अपना बिजनेस ले जाने में हम लोग को लगता है यार क्या किया जाए, कैसे मैनेज कर रहे हो इतना बेहतरीन तरीके से? आप बताइए, हम लोग को बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है, क्योंकि रियल में जब हमारे अपने बैचमेट्स हैं, जूनियर्स हैं, सीनियर्स हैं, जब ऐसा कुछ करते हैं कि जीरो से स्टार्ट करके आप जहाँ पहुंचे हैं, रियली अप्रिशिएटिंग एंड रियली हम लोगों के लिए बहुत ही मतलब मोटिवेटिंग है। फॉर अस ऑल्सो एज अ सीनियर, आपके 8-10 ईयर सीनियर है, लेकिन ये हम लोग के लिए अभी मोटिवेशन दे रहे हो आप हमको बैठे हुए। तो
नहीं, नहीं।
बताइए कैसे आपको आप मैनेज करते हैं, या कंट्री वाइज पूरी कंट्री कंप्लीट कैसे मैनेज करते हैं आप? और हम लोगों को बताइए कि हम लोग भी अगर कुछ भी हमारा अभी मेरा बिजनेस, मैं तो वैसे रियल एस्टेट में अभी बिल्डर एंड डेवलपर्स यहाँ पे हैं हम लोग, कमर्शियल रेसिडेंशियल प्रोजेक्ट चल
बिलासपुर
रहे
में।
हैं। एक अभी रिसेंटली फर्नीचर शोरूम भी ओपन किया 2 साल पहले इंटीरियर्स का। उसको हम सोचते हैं दूसरे सिटी ले जाने में, तो लगता है यार कैसे मैनेज करेंगे। अभी कुछ बताइए थोड़ा, आप लोग जूनियर्स हमको सिखाइए। अभी मयूर सर भी हैं, मयूर सर मेरे को हमेशा गाइड करते थे, बॉम्बे में था जब मैं, पूना बॉम्बे में भी स्टार्टअप था हमारा 7 में, बंद हो गया 10 तक में, अब उस पे नहीं। लेकिन बूट स्ट्रैपिंग करा जो आपने, सुन के मजा आ गया। बूट
राइट सर।
स्ट्रैपिंग चाहिए अभी मेरे जूनियर्स जो सुन रहे हैं, मेरे को अब मजा तब है जब बूट स्ट्रैपिंग करके कोई बिजनेस खड़ा किया जाए कि भैया मेरे पास सब बेच दिया अभी, लेकिन मेरे को पता है कि मेरा बिजनेस चलने वाला है और चलेगा और चला के रहूंगा।
राइट
मजा आ गया। बताइए भाई अभिषेक भाई, आगे बताइए कैसे मैनेज करते हैं?
राइट सर। सर ऐसा मतलब ऐसा नहीं है कि मैं सारे क्रेडिट ले लूं। आई हैव अ टीम ऑफ almost 60-65 people who are very competent, and there are few people who have been with us since a very very long time. पिछले 7-8 साल से हमारे साथ, and even during tough times, you know, there have been people who have worked absolutely for free. So we have been you know, lucky that way, where we've got some good people with us जिन्होंने काफी सपोर्ट किया है। उसके अलावा तो सर मतलब रिगार्डिंग द कंट्री एंड एवरीथिंग इज जस्ट आई हैव बीन अ क्यूरियस माइंड माई सेल्फ ऑल माई लाइफ। मुझे अगर कोई सवाल दिखता है तो मुझे उसका जवाब जानना ही है। दैट्स हाउ आई हैव ग्रोन अप, एंड लाइक आई सेड, कंज्यूमर मार्केट हैज बिन एब्सोल्यूट इंट्रीगिंग टू मी सिंस द बिगिनिंग ऑफ द टाइम्स। तो मैं हमेशा से उस तरीके से, इवन टुडे यू नो, आई ट्रैवल एटलीस्ट 10 days a month, be it a launch of the new city, be it a new you know, any event that we are catering to, any big event we are catering to, I try to go there and speak to the customers, और वो insight मैं खुद ही लेता हूँ. So again, the belief is that you know, this is the time to work. We've been given a platform, so let's perform to the best of our abilities, and that's about it right now. Like I said, मैंने पिछले सवाल में भी कहा था, there's no work-life balance that we follow. This work is our life, as that sort of approach that we have. And yeah, that's how we're doing it. There's nothing, I mean, there's no secret sauce that I can give anything. ऐसा कुछ है नहीं इतना major. We just got I mean, we worked hard and we got lucky. I think that's what I believe has been the case.
Thank you.
Okay, best of luck.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Thank you, Pranay sir. Thank you for asking such a nice question. Now the session is finally concluding, so I request Mr. Samir Alawadi from the first batch 1999 pass out to please propose the vote of thanks for Mr. Abhishek Acharya.
Thank you, Akshay. It is with great pleasure and gratitude that I stand before you to extend our heartfelt thanks to Mr. Abhishek Acharya for gracing us with his presence and sharing his remarkable journey.
Thank you,
Mr. Abhishek, your entrepreneurial achievement from the inception of Theka Cafe to its exponential growth into 150 crore company in a very short period serves as a beacon of inspiration for all of us. Your innovative spirit, resilience, and strategic insights have left an indelible mark on our entrepreneurial community. We are profoundly grateful for the wisdom and insights you have shared with us today. Your willingness to candidly discuss the highs, lows, pivotal lessons learned along your journey has enriched us all and will undoubtedly guide us as we navigate our own entrepreneurial endeavors. On behalf of all the alumni gathered here, I extend our sincere appreciation for your time, expertise, and generosity. Your presence has not only inspired us but also reaffirmed our belief in the limitless potential of entrepreneurship. Thank you, Mr. Abhishek, for being a guiding light and for empowering us to dreaming big and pursue our passion with unwavering determination. Please, everyone, join me in giving a warm round of applause to Mr. Abhishek Acharya. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So the session is like we crossed around 100 people today, and sir, आपका तो नाम ही काफी है. Theka Coffee, Palang Tod, and all the things. Thank you so much for making it here. Now let's close. Yes, sir. Please, if you have something.
Thank you so much. Since last 1 year, I am like constantly after you, and with your such busy schedule, you make it possible. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So let's close the session officially, right? So I'm stopping the recording. Thank you so much, Abhishek sir. This was Entreplex's session by EDI Alumni Association for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.